The theme is the Kentucky Derby. Ride on down to the Crown Reef tonight to help those folks find a cure in our lifetime. Coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Myrtle Beach Herald. We're focused on a cure in our lifetime, 7th annual gala to be held tonight at 7 p.m. at the Crown Reef Resort. And we're visiting with Sally Peeples, one of the volunteers from Time Warner Media Sales. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, Greg.
Thank you so much for getting in.
Thank you. We appreciate your having us here.
So exciting to think. I don't know how you've slept all week with tonight being the night. We're 12 hours away.
Cannot believe it's finally coming true, our 7th annual gala, and we're very excited and ready with lots of auction items for everyone tonight.
That's right, a ton of stuff. And of course, to think we're only 12 hours away, but for you, it's like, you know, you'll be over there working all day, I guess,
yes,
over the Crown Reef.
We'll be in there from about 12 o'clock noon, setting up until about 12 midnight.
Wow. So. It'll be a big day today. Well, I hope you got a good night's sleep last night. I'm sorry to drag you in here at 7 a.m. That's tough, I know. Real quick about yourself, Sally. Are you originally from the area?
I am. I grew up here and I graduated from Myrtle Beach High.
Oh, wow.
Which is now the Kmart Shopping Center.
Yes, that's right. Very popular location now. That's right. Probably gets a lot more traction. And you've stayed in the area since then?
Yes, I attended the University of South Carolina and then moved back to the area about 13 years ago.
Great. Well, you know, most of our viewers are in the PD in southeastern North Carolina, but those same folks could be traveling in tonight for tonight's 7th annual gala.
Yes.
It's a pretty easy trip down to the Crown Reef, and they've been hosting you all now. This is their 6th year of hosting you all, I believe.
That's correct. And the Crown Reef's located on 29th Avenue South and Ocean Boulevard.
Okay, okay.
And that's where the location will be, in the conference center.
Great. That has been a perfect thing. And, of course, with the Kentucky Derby, a kickoff. Kathy was talking about that yesterday. Kathy Sellers was with us, another one of your volunteers, who obviously was the first recipient of much of y'all's initial push to kick off a cure in our lifetime back in 1997. But she was talking about the Kentucky Derby motif, or the theme. Has that been going since the get-go?
No, actually, that was introduced 3 years ago. This will be our 3rd year with the Kentucky Derby theme. We have enjoyed that theme. It was something different.
Yeah.
It features horse racing, in which you can win fabulous trophies.
Oh, yeah, really? Trophies?
Yes, you actually get to participate in the horse racing, and the winners will receive trophies this year. And this, like I said, this is our 3rd year. We are encouraging people to wear Kentucky Derby attire, and we will have a hat contest.
Yeah, like the hat that's here in front of us.
Yes. Men and women are encouraged to wear hats. It's not required, just encouraged.
Any type of hats. What are some of the hats worn for folks who've never been to a Kentucky Derby or haven't seen them on TV? What are some of the hats that men would wear, for instance?
Well, we're looking for some creativity. I don't think that we've ever actually had a gentleman wear a hat, so we're excited to see what may happen with this. I've brought a hat here. Something like this is fine to wear. Some ladies wear more of a winter motif, but either one is fine, since the Kentucky Derby is actually a spring event.
Right.
Summer hats are fine as well.
One of the things we didn't talk about yesterday with Kathy, but of course we had quite a few bears out near on the set, were these 2 bears on either side of your hat, one with the blue sweater and one with the pink. What are those representative of, Sally? These
bears help us to promote a cure in our lifetime, as well as it's an ongoing fundraising effort for us. Right. Lee's Inlet Kitchen in Murrells Inlet has been kind enough to be a primary location of where these bears can be bought, but they are at AAA Vacations and, you know, various places throughout the Grand Strand. And they're just a fundraising effort, as well as a way to continue to raise awareness of breast cancer throughout the year.
How much are they?
They're $5.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow,
what a bargain.
That's great. And Lee's Inlet Kitchen is such a popular place, and a place that even folks in the PD would probably be aware of. AAA Vacation, Sandra Horton and the crew up there sells them as well?
Yes.
Okay. But they could call, real quick, if a viewer had to run out to work or head off to school, is there a number during today that someone could learn a little more? One of the things Kathy mentioned yesterday was the opportunity to stay at the Crown Reef tonight. If a viewer wanted to come in from Lumberton or want to just drive over from Conway and spend the night, not have to drive back after a fun-filled evening with the Paul Grimshaw Band, what is the best number someone could give you a call today?
They could call me today at 222-0169. And like you said, we do have special room rates at $45 per room. That's all inclusive.
Oh, my Lord.
So a very nice room at the Crown Reef. Tickets are $80 a couple, and then the $45 room rate. And they can call me at 222-0169 today.
Okay, that's an 843-222-0169.
Yes.
Okay. Golly, that's fantastic. $45 rate. That's a great rate at this time of the year. I'm surprised. And, of course, I think all of their rooms are oceanfront.
Yes, and you can plan a little mini vacations.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, with that $80, the entire component for a couple goes to help support women and men in this area that are impacted by breast cancer.
Yes, they're all of the proceeds go to local breast cancer survivors.
I think I saw over the last 7 years, y'all have raised north of $140,000.
Yes, we have. It was a grassroots effort. We really thought it would be a one-year event, and it's grown into something that we're very proud of, and 7 years later, we're still doing it. So,
for viewers who didn't catch Kathy yesterday, Sally, maybe you could share a little bit with what prompted y'all to kick off A Cure in Our Lifetime and how y'all came up with that name.
Actually, Kathy Sellers was our first recipient. She was a coworker of ours, and we wanted to do something for her when she was diagnosed with the disease to help her with her medical bills. So we created this. We came up with A Cure in Our Lifetime because it was mainly a Time Warner Cable event in the beginning, employees of Time Warner Cable. So we incorporated Lifetime Television into the mix, and that's where we came up with A Cure in Our Lifetime. And Kathy did not choose to go public until about 2 years ago, actually. All of our recipients have the choice not to be named. It doesn't have to be a public thing for them. And I'd like to stress that because, like I said, Kathy remained anonymous for about 5 years.
Yeah, I didn't even know it. That's right. And, of course, Kathy, after being at Time Warner, came here to Fox 43 and was with us. And I remember that first year when someone got us real involved and we got a small table like we've got tonight. Or I guess at the Studebaker's a little different, a different type of spread, but it was very special. And, of course, Kathy was just saying, you need to support this group. And, of course, I had no idea those funds were going to her. So that's great.
Yes, and we've helped over 18 ladies throughout the past 7 years. What we do is go in and negotiate medical bills for survivors. A couple of years ago, one of our survivors received $40,000 in financial help. And it cost our foundation $14,000 because of local doctors willing to negotiate with us on those bills.
Wow, that is fantastic. You saved her $26,000.
Yes, and took off hopefully a lot of the pressure that comes. When you're dealing with this disease, you need to be focusing on your own needs and therapy and whatever you're going through, and that's what we're here to help do, just to negotiate the bills so that problem is taken away, or at least helped a little bit.
Right, minimized dramatically.
Yes.
That is fantastic. What a great commitment. And, of course, to know, as you said, and, of course, when you and Tracy were with us last year at North Myrtle Beach City Hall, as we were promoting the event, I think the recipients last year were not ones that were open about it, and there was no need to be. I mean, and obviously there is no need to be unless they want to be, to let folks know about how invaluable y'all have been to them. But there's that aspect that y'all are constantly stepping out. Are there volunteer needs during the year other than, obviously, tonight's event?
Yes, we have about 4 events each year, and we are constantly looking for new volunteers to help us, whether it's just to donate 2 hours out of a day to help at a booth that we may have set up, or to be an ongoing volunteer for an event such as tonight. You can call 497-3609, area code 843.
Great, to donate some time.
Yes.
And, of course, one of the great things Kathy mentioned yesterday morning was the opportunity to bring stuff in as late as when someone shows up tonight. And attire is all different levels. We want to talk about those different aspects, that different attires that folks could wear, but bringing stuff that can be raffled off or given out as prizes for great outfits or otherwise.
Sure, we are always accepting donations, and we'll put them to good use for the benefit of the fundraising.
Who's providing the food tonight, Sally?
T-Bones and Liberty Steakhouse. This will be the second year that they're doing that.
Wow.
And Southern Market will be providing the dessert, and this is also their second year.
Great. Southern Market doing the desserts.
Yes.
They've got a spectacular spread up there.
We have a great selection for tonight.
Absolutely. And, of course, T-Bones and Liberty, what prompted y'all or them to step up to the plate to get involved? How did y'all, of course, the Crown Reef's got such an amazing situation with their catering department, and all their food and beverage folks are incredible. They provided all the food at the Heart Walk recently, or many of the food items at the Heart Walk recently. Did an amazing job and donated, obviously, 250 pounds of certain meats. I mean, really went out of their way. But to be able to team up with T-Bones and Liberty must be wonderful.
It's been great. One of our volunteers had a relationship with Charlotte at T-Bones, their marketing director, and we just started a conversation that led into them supporting us this way. We'd always received donations of the sort for the auction, and then they stepped up and wanted to do a little bit more over the past 2 years, which we're very excited about.
And Carolina Regional Cancer Center stepped up at the plate again this year at a big level, last year at a spectacular level.
We have a great working relationship with Dr. Bass and the gang at Carolina Regional Cancer Center, and they have just done a fantastic job in supporting this cause and helping us support the patients.
Break down this evening a little bit. Let's say a viewer is able to travel in and they make that commitment and they're able to talk to you today and find out a little more about the great rates at the Crown Reef. I know you're going to be slammed all day getting ready, but if someone's coming in, they're coming in for the first time. This is the 7th annual, but this is their first time coming. Break down the 5 hours for them from 7 to midnight.
Okay. The first hour will consist of cocktails, and then we'll go into our awards presentation and our thank yous for the evening. The racing will begin, and that actually goes throughout the evening. The horse racing. Silent auction goes throughout the evening, and the dinner buffet, it is a buffet, the dinner begins about 8 o'clock.
Great.
And Joe Carr Photography will be there taking pictures for anyone who wants to capture the moment while they're dressed up and would like a picture. And those proceeds also go to a cure.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's spectacular. And of course, you've got a magnificent band, very popular in the area, performing tonight.
Yes, we're very excited to have the Paul Grimshaw Band with us. This will be their first year, and they play a variety, whether it's beach music or rock and roll or a little bit slower. They offer a variety of dance music that I think everyone will really enjoy.
Yeah, how'd you land the Paul Grimshaw Band? They're in heavy demand.
And just a lot of connections, I suppose.
That is fantastic, Sally. They're very heavily pursued. And, of course, folks could even show up if they had a crew that they could put together at work today, or otherwise they could show up and even get a table. You can get tables as reasonable as $500. Yes,
we do have tables for 8 for $500, or just individual tickets are still available.
Sure, that's right, at the last minute. Now, if someone just showed up, one of the things Kathy said yesterday is she felt comfortable that even though y'all are selling tickets at a rapid nature, that folks could probably show up and not go beyond the fire code that y'all have to live within there in the Crown Reef. Y'all have the biggest ballroom there, I believe.
Yes, we do, and we will find a space for anyone who would like to come.
Right.
We promise that.
These are donations. Yeah, these are donations. Of course, for you, Sally, having seen, we got about 10 minutes. You think of so many aspects of an event like this. But for you, this has been back-to-back-to-back events. And knowing that you've got 4 events a year, what are some of the other things that you all do during the year if a viewer couldn't come tonight to the 7th annual gala but wanted to be involved? You gave the phone number, obviously, for someone to call and donate some time. But what are some of the other events during the year that you all are sponsoring?
We will have a spaghetti lunch in the winter at Villa Romana restaurant. And then we want to do something around the Kentucky Derby next year, so we're still working on some plans for that. We also participate with Cliggs Kite in their Kite Festival, which is usually in June, and people can receive free kites for their children in exchange for a donation, which all benefits a cure in our lifetime.
Right.
So those are the events, and then we also have worked this year on a wine festival with La Bellamy Vineyards.
Oh, yeah. La Bellamy Vineyards would be wonderful out there.
Yes.
And you could probably drum up a pretty big crowd for them.
Great entertainment, great location, and something different, just a different venue. So we've enjoyed that. And our other business partner has been Sonic.
Sonic, yeah.
Sonic donates 25 cents for every Route 44 diet Coke or any other Coke beverage that is purchased in the month of October. So we still have a couple more days, so please go out and buy a Route 44 drink from Sonic.
That's fantastic. What a great commitment. 25 cents of every purchase.
Yes, and during the month of October.
During the month of October. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
So a lot of focus has been happening. All the hospitals and regional medical centers and otherwise have been promoting that, as well as the American Cancer Society. Just last Friday night, a week ago today, there was the Cattle Barons Ball, the second annual here, to benefit the American Cancer Society, and to see some of the folks out there, and obviously a true, fighting as well for a cure. So many of your funds, as Kathy pointed out, are reinvested with women here locally. Even though y'all's name A Cure in Our Lifetime, there is that aspect of the Cancer Society, and y'all are donating funds to the American Cancer Society as well.
Sure, we do donate back to the American Cancer Society and then keep the rest of the funds for local people and their medical bills. But of course, we support them and all of that they do in fighting.
Horry and Georgetown County, these are two huge counties, Sally. How do folks how do they find out about you, and how do you decide which women or even potentially men y'all are going to support in providing funds for them while they're fighting breast cancer?
Once again, they may call 843-497-3609 if they know of someone who would like to be considered as a recipient. It's not too late to do that. We base it on need, really, your financial needs and insurance, what insurance you have. But we help ladies who may just need $500, and then we help ladies who need thousands. So the need does not have to be great to give us a call. If you know of someone who has that need, please call us. They do have to live in Horry or Georgetown counties, and that number is 843-497-3609.
Okay, that's a valuable number. Sally, I think I understood that this year y'all have kicked off a new program regarding nourishing food items or otherwise. Can you share with the viewers a little about that? For many of the viewers who know about y'all's year-round activities but may not have heard of this new program.
This is just for survivors who also may have a little more need than only medical bills, and what we will be doing is providing food for them. Nourishing food is called Food for the Soul. It's actually in memory of my father, who took on the cause through our program before he passed away of cancer. And what he would do is just go buy in bulk just basic food like rice and chicken and just the basics, and deliver it to some ladies in need. And we wanted to continue that tradition through A Cure in Our Lifetime in his memory.
Food for the soul.
Food for the soul.
That is wonderful. I know that must be moving for you, Sally, and obviously your father having died of cancer, and to know that cancer impacts so many. It's the second largest taker of lives in this country, and of course probably worldwide, when you think about the impact that it has. So what a great idea, and to do that. And you're also selling the bears and some of those, so the funds can be allocated in many different avenues.
Yes, but all that we do is to help make their lives more comfortable, but all proceeds do get paid directly to a doctor or to the provider. So we know where the funds are going, is what I'm trying to say.
Break down the attire, Sally. Folks can wear lots of different things. Obviously, we're talking about a hat contest, hoping guys are going to put on some cool hats tonight. Obviously, the ladies can come in virtually anything and look good. But what about some of the other attires? Will folks be wearing tuxedos or suits or?
Well, Greg, I really anticipate seeing some tuxedos, some suits, and for the ladies, dress pants, church clothes, church dresses, cocktail. We usually really see a variety of clothing, so but suits are fine.
You've had folks attending since the beginning.
Yes,
a lot of folks that have been coming since that first year in '97.
We've really been fortunate on having people support the cause and continuing to support the cause year after year, and that's why we're still able to continue to do this and help people.
Right, and Time Warner has continued to be very receptive. We got about 5 minutes, Sally. Time Warner has continued to be very receptive, and you all have a heck of a lot of folks on your board from Time Warner Media Sales, as well as throughout the organization. I mean, y'all are making constant efforts to really help out. Well,
Time Warner has been instrumental, but also we have been so blessed to have all of the media. It's not a Time Warner thing anymore, and it's just Fox and WBTW and Myrtle Beach Herald, and traffic patrol, and I could go on and on.
Yeah.
Every medium's really been
Billboards,
kind to
sure.
us.
Absolutely.
And we certainly appreciate that. And that's the other thing, to see it evolve beyond one group and have it involve a lot of different people coming from different directions. And that's enabled us to grow and to gain new ideas.
I visited cureinourlifetime.com earlier this morning trying to prep. It was early this morning trying to prep for for you today, and obviously a little bit for Kathy yesterday. That is a magnificent website, and to see on there's an About Us section, an event section, which is obviously really highlighting tonight's event, a donation section, a sponsor section. There was another section on information and links, and it has a lot of invaluable information about breast cancer, cancer in general, links to groups who can help provide support other than the American Cancer Society and other than y'all, as well as there was a store section on there. I guess that dealt primarily, I don't think I clicked on that link, but with the sale of bears, as well as what would be some of the other things in the store section.
We also have pink ribbon magnets for your car or refrigerator that we sell, and in the future we will have some T-shirts and things like that.
There was a Contact Us section, and then of course the home page, which highlights so much with the About Us info on there, and to see your board of directors. You've got a very dedicated group. I don't think I saw any men on there, though.
We need to work on that.
Yeah, I know. Is there, if someone was to donate some time as well, would there be some opportunities over time? I think I'd seen some men on there in the past.
We we did have a gentleman who just moved out of the area who was on our board, so we will be looking to replace him, and it would be lovely to have a gentleman because it just adds a different perspective.
Right, very definitely. Guys are so far off. One of the things Kathy was sharing yesterday was early detection and treatment, and really making that commitment. Do you all discuss those things during your meetings as to making sure you're constantly beating the streets and reminding folks the importance of early detection and breast exams and otherwise? Do y'all talk about that stuff openly?
We participate in that a good bit, and actually 3 people who regularly attend our meetings or on the board have had breast cancer, so they are survivors, so we learn firsthand. Those of us who have not personally experienced it certainly learn firsthand about the importance of early detection, and we do like to convey that to anyone that we can get in front of.
Yeah, absolutely. And there must be some opportunities. And if someone called the 497-3609 number, is that the right number?
Yes.
3609. If someone called that number, the opportunity for someone to get in touch with them confidentially. And if a Cure in Our Lifetime can't help a viewer or a friend of a viewer, possibly hooking them up with the American Cancer Society.
Yes, I mean, we would find the resources that they would need. So please call.
That commitment of Time Warner providing you a lot of time, and you all donating so many person hours to this event as well as your year-round events. How has the company been supportive in that regard?
The company overall is supportive in volunteering in the community, and that's just allowed us, they've been very gracious in allowing us to continue to do so. They reward volunteer hours, actually, so that's nice. And those of us today who are not commissioned salespeople actually are given time off to go and prepare this afternoon for the event.
To help out. Real quick, we just got a couple of minutes, Allie. Some of the silent auction items. What are some of the great items that someone could come out there? And the great thing to look at it, the 5 hours from 7 to midnight, it's really just $10 an hour. And that $10 an hour is a donation. I mean, all those funds are going back to support women and men here in the area and families that are impacted by breast cancer. But what are some of the great auction items that folks can come in to bid on?
Well, we have a Carnival cruise for 2. It's a 4-day cruise that you choose your destination. Hooters Air is donated to airline tickets. We have weekends in local hotels. So if you're out of the area and would like to come in for a weekend, we'll have some great deals on that. Of course, golf, entertainment, and household items, such as like a wool rug and lamps and things like that, jewelry, spa packages, a lot of great spa packages.
Great, yeah, we got to start bidding on that. And now, do y'all set, for viewers who've never attended an event or even been to events where they have the auctions, this is so reasonably priced, $50 a ticket. These are auction items that folks couldn't just go out and get on the streets. I mean, this is stuff that are donated specifically for y'all's event.
Yes, we'll have a lot of unique items, and they really are great bargains, and you're also helping a great cause, too.
So the biggest inspiration for you now as you continue to focus on a cure in our lifetime, obviously this is focused towards breast cancer, but obviously cancer has impacted you and your family. The biggest inspiration for you on a daily basis?
My dad, of course. And when he found out that he had cancer, he didn't sit back and let it get him. He fought for a year and helped the community. He gave back to the community. So if there was any time that I doubted what I was doing, never anymore. It's a rewarding feeling, and it's a way to remember him in a special way.
Those are great words. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Greg.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Sally Peeples coming up next. You can only use the number for the next 10 hours, 222-0169. I say 5 o'clock because Sally is giving you her mobile number, 843-222-0169. She wants you to call. She wants you to be there tonight to get any info you may need, but the info's simple. It's the 7th annual A Cure in Our Lifetime Gala. The place is the Crown Reef Resort on South Ocean Boulevard in Myrtle Beach. You can make the trip down because they've got rates that are very sweet. $45 tonight, an oceanfront room, one of the nicest hotels on the Strand, the Crown Reef Resort. The event's from 7 to midnight. Cocktails kick off at 7. There's a live band, dinner, dancing, silent auction, lots of items you couldn't get anywhere else but tonight at the Crown Reef Resort. All your funds go to women and men in the area, families that are impacted by breast cancer, but the fight is simple. A Cure in Our Lifetime's there. You need to get out and support them. If you can bring an item that'll be donated tonight and can benefit somebody, some way, somehow, get out there. Call that number, 222-0169, to learn more.